Hello everyone, and welcome back to the Talos Principle 2, where I do actually have some time today, so let's go to the mega structure. And maybe do some more, we'll see what happens. What are you doing here? Okay. Well, oh yeah, he was staying behind, wasn't he? I do recall that.
Taking us in. Let's hope we can find the big guy.
At least we got Alcatraz looking out from the outside into the mega structure. He can confirm that it's a pyramid from the angle where he's definitely not going to see this entryway. So one could argue there's probably better places we could have gone to in order to observe it from the outside. But hey, what are you gonna do? That's the way it is sometimes. I'm sure this entryway into the mega structure will be profound, very different, unique, incredible. Byron will be there. We're all gonna have a party. It's gonna be my surprise birthday party for my birthday. They don't have the date quite right. Actually, I guess my birthday in the game was like a quantity of time ago. I don't really know how much time has passed at this point. But Yakut's excited for my birthday party, so that's good. I'm gonna look around some more. It's about... we haven't really explored that much in this playthrough so far, so I think it's about time that we take a minute to take in the environment. This is just a corridor, though I don't think there's really much in the way of secrets and whatnot. I could be wrong. Yakut is not fast, I'm realizing, because I am barely traversing through this corridor. And he looks like he's running. But he's not going with much gusto, is what I'm saying. We have a tree. We have 2 more trees. Guess what? Hey! We got 4 trees at the minimum. We have an elevator once again. This went well the last time someone went down one. Are you gonna wait in front of the elevator? Yeah, you are. Alright, good. Very nice. Now I know what I'm in for in terms of help with trying to figure out these puzzles and whatnot. There's people looking at walls. Similar to me, I suppose. I can't really be too mad about it. I just kinda wish that, hey, thank me for reading. That's nice. I wish that we'd get, like, a little bit more assistance sometimes. Like, that one time Byron solved the puzzle, he then got eaten, but, I mean, it went pretty well otherwise. Mostly because we couldn't reach the puzzle at all, so if he hadn't done that, we'd be in quite the predicament. Do you think this is viable? This looks like I'm getting blocked by the wall slightly above it, but I also might just be too tall. Like, it's just, no, I can fit. I can't really move, but I can technically fit in a small portion of this hole. Do we need to do any other investigation? Because I'm figuring it all out. I'm getting through it. This is really just a big server room, isn't it? Realistically speaking, yes. Let's just, he's still busy on the elevator. Good. Again, we know what kind of help we can expect right now. As just using the red beam on the... I don't even know what the red beam does, really. Does it give information? Does it just create a 3-dimensional drawing of the place? Spinning cube? Can we ride the spinning cube? It is solid. I couldn't walk through it. Maybe. It's very wet in the mega structure. Every time we've gotten anywhere, there's just been a lot of wetness. Which does help with the tree growth, I suppose, in the structure, if that was the intention. Just wondering how the spinning cubes come into play. Regarding whether they serve a function or if they are just decorative cubes. Because we do love a decorative cube after all. It's quite the good shape as a object of art, as they call it in the field. There we go. Up we go. Into the secret. Yes. I think Yakut probably should have been busy with this elevator, given that it's open. Ah, heck.
Yay! I found another elevator.
You did? Where?
My favorite.
Was it the one you were scanning? I kind of hate how this looks. It's sort of flashing a lot as it goes down. There's some pathways there. I don't see your coot just yet. It could be over there. Could be over there. Why would we need
again,
donuts?
I have no idea where I am.
No, he's probably
No
over
sign
there.
of Prometheus so far. Hope you're doing better, 1K.
Do you think the donut structures of the future help in some way in terms of, is this just a big screw? Did someone use a large screwdriver to screw in the megastructure? So many possibilities. Let's go see if Yakut's in this. I thought it was a park bench from a distance, but it might just be another elevator. Was there not a path there? Did I...
I know I've said this before, but look at the size of this. How can all of this be one machine?
This is what you get when one machine builds a bigger machine, which builds an even bigger machine.
That's our whole history, isn't it? The whole history of humankind. And it's not just machines. It's science, it's literature. Knowledge builds on knowledge.
You're right, Yakut. I kind of want to jump in, but I assume jumping into the big water is probably going to be bad for me. Again, we just seem to be in a big server room, though. Just server rooms into server rooms. Into more server rooms, into elevators leading to more server rooms. With some really big screw-looking things. All over the place. Who can tell what these structures serve, what kind of purpose? I didn't even touch the water, I'll be honest. I kind of at least expected a splash. But it was very much just my character giving up the moment the idea of water was introduced. Which is fair enough, I suppose. The watery adventures so far haven't gone exquisitely. But, you know. That's why there wasn't a splash. Alright, fine, we'll go into the door. We'll go to the obvious spot, into the big screwdriver. Slash drill. Yeah, a lot of flashing. Visually, I don't know how fast we're going. I would have enjoyed... Oh, that's good. See, I was gonna say I would have enjoyed some decoration, and this is a good way to introduce Prometheus. However, what if there's something behind here?
We don't know what's down there.
Oh, I can already see puzzles, so don't... Well, it's very much standard affair at this point, I feel. But I suppose you did say what's down there, and I am, illegally speaking, going down somewhere. So I guess you're right still. And I'm sorry that I tried to correct you when you were clearly very knowledgeable on what you were talking about. We could... we could go down there. Hey, this is a part from the screen that we've seen so much because we keep dying. It's actually good. It kind of works. So, what's down here? Because I think I can walk here at least. If I go further down, I die. But you never... I mean, I'm very much... Like, say we open photo mode. It's quicksand. Which is generally a sign of impending doom. And in this case, it was no different. Fair enough. We'll go to the big Prometheus statue and probably put a box and a button or something like that, because that's usually how these things go. Oh, this seems easy enough. Let's, just for fun, before we initiate the Prometheus boss battle, just look at what we have available here, because so far it's largely switches. I could, fine. There's a good chance we just missed some dialogue by walking too far forward, because I assume this is going to be like, the lever does nothing? Oh, maybe we need to pull these chains first. Yeah, no one's saying it now, but I promise you there's at least 17 voice lines going, Oh, it's kind of surprising Prometheus is being held up with these chains, given they aren't actually real. That's unusual. Well, Wonky, you better go on and fix those things anyway, though, because there's some puzzles in the distance, and it's the only way that we can save Prometheus from his made-up chains. That's just, I mean, that's what I assume the voice lines would have been had we not walked slightly forward immediately. Yeah, this is looking good already. What's, is this really just a big statue with some puzzles around it? It does appear to be the case. We can go up there. Clockwise, counterclockwise, I haven't fully decided yet. I'm just taking a look at the place. I feel if any of these puzzles have like a connector, then that's already gonna be a problem. But it might just be a series of bridges. God, this goes on for a bit though, doesn't it? Yeah. Alright, fine. We'll go clockwise. Starting with this bridge over here. Music's nice. I like a good synth. Don't know if that's the correct term. I suppose. When is something a synth? I'm starting to actually just immediately go off in a tangent, but I suppose it does refer to synthesizers, and it's just to synthesize a certain sound. That's a fun sentence. But does it have to be keyboard shaped, or is it just enough for it to be able to create the sounds out of options, really? Would that be... I am not that in the mood for this quantity of bridges, I'll tell you that much right now. But I suppose we're here for a goal. The music's very epic. It's trying to tell us that we should be excited that we're saving Prometheus from his chains. What is this? Why is this one green? Does that mean anti-gravity bridge? Maybe. Maybe. Limited options here, so let's just go with this. So, is this... Oh, yeah, look at that. That's nice. Oh god, this actually does give you quite a bit of options, doesn't it? Anyway, I'm done with my synthesizer thought process. That's gone now. I don't know where this bridge... Oh, there. I was gonna say I don't know where this bridge is gonna end, but that's a fair enough point, I suppose. I reckon that if you really wanted to, you could just kind of go nuts with the anti-gravity here. But given the large quantity of bridges that it looks like we're gonna have to be building, I kind of want to get a move on. Because this is looking like it's gonna take a minute. Even without shenanigans, really, so... Oh, yeah. Yeah, I did that, didn't I? Well, hopefully there's a checkpoint there, because... Well, the moment I jumped down there, I kind of already figured out what was happening, but I was kind of hoping maybe there'd be an easier way to get back again. Alright, we're good, we're good. Very nice. Let's go solve these Prometheus chain puzzles. That's a loud amount of bugs. Somewhere in the sky here. Mostly crickets, but my god, they are screaming. They have found their place in the world, and it is specifically that pixel over there. How many bridges do you think you could avoid? Because the way this place is built, it does kind of... that's awkward. Although... Because it's not that big a distance that we have to cross here, and it looks like we'd only have 2 bridge pieces at most that we'd have to deal with, but that doesn't mean that I'm enjoying building bridges. So, how about we just do this? Yeah, there we go. Much easier. Imagine having to do this. That's too much work. Pull it out. Another Prometheus saved. Yep. That's what helping looks like. I was kind of hoping it would like drape over the bridge that we built, but unfortunately that's not the case. So he's still gonna have to move his arms at least a little bit afterwards. How much of this would be? It's 2 pieces. Yeah, that's too much. That's more than my brain can handle, so we're not gonna be doing that today. Let's just go back down. I go here? Yeah. Alright, we're going that way. On to the next chain. Does look like... Can we not just... Oh, hey. Would we be able to do something like this? Maybe. Maybe. But the word fiddly is basically in all caps in the middle of my screen, so it's kind of hard to see. So I think I'm just gonna take the regular route instead. What do we have here, though? Oh, this is even more regular route. This is the route for people that enjoy staircases. They really have the option of going all the way up and down that way. That's nice. Good. I love me a set of options. Alright, bridge time. Alright, I can maybe manage this. I did it. Now this is my kind of bridge puzzle. Just give me 2 pieces. One could argue that it didn't need to be there, but the other one could argue that no. You gotta be lean slowly into these bridge puzzles so you don't get too overwhelmed the next time you have 3 pieces. If this is a 1-piece bridge, I would have been actually more excited than the alternative here, unfortunately. So, it is what it is. Like, give me just like a bridge just with one straight line piece, and I'll have the most fun out of any of the bridge puzzles that has been presented to me so far. So, just take that in the suggestion box. Rather than having one bridge puzzle with 10 pieces, give me 10 bridge puzzles all with 1 piece. And I promise you, the feeling of satisfaction will be greater than me trying to brute force a 10-piece bridge puzzle for a quarter of an hour, if not longer. And I admit that that is mostly due to my own inadequacies. I don't know what's going on down there. But also, it's just like, as a puzzle. It's not like in the top 3 most fun things to do, I would say, in this game. I would say the exploration ranks above it. And I'm not super stoked about the exploration in this game, so it's just like, Calm it with the bridges, Jeff. That's the summary of what I'm trying to say here. We have solved 2 of the chains puzzle bridges. I see now that I don't need to worry about that if something would be... If there's like a connector that we could point at a different puzzle, because simply not the case. I am extraordinarily lost here. Where did I come from? This is where I went. That's where I need to be. I guess I came from down here. Visually, quite nice, I will say that. As far as usages of neon light, very impressive. However, as a method of locking someone in, I hope they're open to criticism, because I feel like this method needs work. Like, maybe because I'm Special Boy, that is the only one that can interact with Tetris block bridge puzzles. That I suppose in a way it is a pretty effective way to keep Prometheus chained. However, the moment anyone can interact with these bridge puzzles, you don't even, you know, even I can solve them. That's more my point. There's an elevator there. Let's do this. Let's just pick the most unlikely piece and then see where it takes you. Yeah, this was very wrong. My apologies to the world. This is also very wrong. Is it? No, it's not. Woohoo! Another bridge. Before you know it, all the friendly robots in this place that love elevators, they can go to the levers that previously held Prometheus's chains and be better for it. And I, for one, can't wait until that takes place. Good. I suppose I would want the uppy bits to go... Oh god, it's already going up like here. Alright, well in that case we need this, don't we? Perfect. Yeah, this'll be good. If I can fall off, actually, we can make this work. Oh, right. Yeah, we can't actually step on this because it's not an anti-gravity piece. Okay. Okay, 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 okay. Can I be a little silly with this? With the right camera angle, could I just jump on the side here somehow? Because it would really simplify things. I don't think this I don't think that's the way. Alright. Something that you could call progress, arguably. Oh, God. I'll admit, it's a good way to spice up these puzzles. I will say that. Nope. Because having pieces on the top of it, it sort of adds, like, something, for sure. In the sense that it is now at least a little different from the other gravity-based puzzles and bridge puzzles that we have done. However, I am blind. I kind of need like a little bit of assistance. Like maybe an arrow pointing at it that's like, hey, guess what? We've switched it up, buckaroo. We've put the little green thing on the top rather than on the end. And now it goes up. Eventually, my brain will figure it out. It'll see that the lit up squares are relevant. However, as a professional lacker of intelligence, I kind of need some assistance every now and then to just sort of streamline the process of figuring out what the hell the puzzle pieces are actually doing. And I think that's pretty much the opposite of what most people say about tutorials these days. I do appreciate that. I do understand that as well, even. Appreciate, I don't know if this is the correct word for it. But I'm realizing as I reach a more advanced age with time, I can't be bothered, man. I lose patience so much quicker as time progresses. And I lose the capability of just seeing things with my eyes. I don't know. Just having information enter my brain is just like, I'm slowly but surely building walls that just lack, and they just don't want any new information to get in there, you know. And it's unless I'm just gonna get it hammered in for possibly the remainder of my life, I'd rather just have a little arrow pointing at a square and being like, hey, look at this, you silly boy. Because it would save everyone, including myself, but definitely everyone else. Oh, so much time. But then again, I also wouldn't be the one that writes that manual, so it's like, all in all, it's a lose-lose situation for everyone involved. Having a puzzle game that requires you to think is just simply not what I'm here for. I am here to just jump around a little bit, enjoy thinking about synths, and occasionally removing a chain from a big statue of Prometheus that is somehow going to help us. Because we've seen a lot of Sphinx statues. We've only seen... No, have we seen Prometheus statues? I think we actually have. I mean, this one's quite large. I'll accept that. But this one is larger than the average statue that we've seen so far. But... Splish? No. But you know, I just wasn't really expecting the person we're saving to just be a literal giant statue. Given that everyone so far can just hologram their way through life, so I don't know. Maybe I was expecting something else. Prometheus is known for its chains. It's sort of his thing. I get that. But you know, it just seems a bit of an odd metaphor at this point if it's gonna be literal like this, but also like a statue. It's just, I can't process this much. Did you not just hear my story about my incapability of thought? You must have realized by now. This is like part 13. It's been like 20 hours at this point of me showcasing my incapabilities. At some point, you must realize that just point at stuff. Just save some time. Warp. Warp. At least I don't mind these bridges. They're effectively the same as the one-piece puzzles because they accidentally just keep lining up with where I need to be. Not gonna respect that. I wouldn't be surprised if every bridge puzzle has like 15 different answers you can put in and they all work. But I'll never find 14 of those answers. And quite frankly, I'm not sure if my methods count as finding even one of the answers, but as long as we're making progress, I'm gonna call it a day. Ah, dang. Didn't work. I was gonna say, is there a drone? But yeah, there is. Yeah, alright. Can we catch it? Can we block the route for the drone? Maybe. Suspicious though, I'm wondering who's controlling the drone. Someone had to say it. If I don't say it, then it sounds like I'm not interested. But now that I've let you know my real feelings about this drone, I mean now, oof. Who could it be? Maybe it's Byron. Maybe Byron has become part of Pandora and now he's controlling drones for Pandora. Even though Pandora so far seemingly can either A, see everything we're doing, or B, does not care about what we're doing. So it's a bit of a... Who could it be, you know? I'm sticking with Byron. It's definitely... Oh, maybe it's Yakut. Hey, Yakut. I feel like this elevator was a lot easier method to get this specific spot than...
I don't think you can get up here, 1K.
Okay.
Guess I'll have to do a puzzle after all. It can't be that hard, right?
Ah, jeez.
It's not like everyone is depending on me.
Okay, let me spend like a moment of time. I've already almost gotten stuck behind that one tree. As per usual, the moment anyone says you can't get up here, all the rocks have become too slippery to do anything with. You know, as per tradition. However, I can get surprisingly high up here.
This has to connect over here. Then, wait. If I do this...
No, Yakut. Please don't touch it.
What?
What? Well, at least he knows. Yakut could effectively just replace me for the... No!
Wow, I feel really smart. Also, never doing that again.
I'm definitely getting stuck in here, aren't I? Yeah. There's no way that you can't. I mean, obviously they've tried to block you off with a lot of invisible walls and slippery slopes and whatnot, but even with all that in mind, you know? But then, I did, with the other megastructure, I did, off recording, try to do it for a long time to try and get in there, and it just did not work out. And maybe it was my methods, very possible. But they may have just placed that many invisible walls, because there is actually, like, a lot here. Beyond just the slippy slopes. That are causing significant issues in my process. And I don't like that. But if you could climb on the top of this big wall over here, I assume you could probably just jump over some stuff and get there. Although, having said that, I don't know if Yakut is really, like, in a place. Because he just sort of went off screen, and at that point, who knows, you know? Anyway. Let's go to the other chain. I assume this one's solved now, because Yakut did it? Yeah, probably, right? I mean, that's removed, so yeah. Let's go. Let's go to the next bridge. Where is next bridge? Is it down there? I did see it earlier, I just didn't really know how to get down, but... I mean, very obviously. If you want to get down, you just fall. It's true in most... things to get down in life, really. If you want to go down, just, accept gravity in life. Oh yeah. Look at how many pieces this is. It's gonna take years. See, it's impossible. It can't be done. It can't be done. Surprisingly close. Oh, yeah. I forgot where I was. I forgot I was on the ceiling. That was an interesting way to get back in the game. Let's just fall back up, but sure. Alright, so that's where I'm gonna go. We have an elevator. We have big structure. I'll be honest, I don't care. Let's just go up, yeah? This is where we're meant to be, right? I assume this is where I was just now. I might not, actually. No, it is. I was hoping I could go through this specifically, because I'm curious what's underneath this, but I think that's not how this works. Okay. We got some more trees, very good. We got a big lake statue. Ooh. Seems like this place was largely just a place to build a large quantity of bridges. Prometheus! Huzzah! I guess we're going back down again now. We're gonna have to walk all the way back to where we came from. Use our little bridge. Pull a lever. Call it a day. Wait. What? Really? I'm aware I didn't jump there, and I probably needed to at least try, but sort of. Oh, that actually saves a lot of time. It just put me exactly where I needed to be. Sure, I'll take that. Prometheus.
Thank you, Son of Man, for breaking my chains. Too long has the flame been hidden by fear and mystery. It is time to put away these childish things and for you to know the truth of the Alpha and the Omega, of the beginning and the end. I will send you visions of the truth, but remember that prophecies are a heavy burden.
New Jerusalem sounds like such a beautiful place. So, how did you decide to leave? I know what we're trying to accomplish here, and I believe in it. But for you, New Jerusalem was home. What changed that?
It took me a long time to realize that something was wrong. Oh, I'd noticed that something was off, that something had changed since the early days, but I couldn't really put my finger on it. So I ignored it. And then one day I woke up to realize I was no longer Athena. Instead, I had been transformed into the Founder, a remote figure of legend, mythologized in my own time.
But if it bothered you, couldn't you just talk to them? If you share the truth with someone, they should change their mind, shouldn't they?
Oh, I wished it worked that way, Miranda, I really do, but I barely knew the last generations. In the beginning, I was there for every birth. I explained our history, talked about our future, but at some point I got so busy building that future that I lost touch. They thought of me as a remote figure because that's what I was.
But can you change that?
I tried, but they already saw me as the Founder. The myth was too powerful, and it was already taking on a life of its own. I'd set a goal of 1,000 citizens. The number was arbitrary. Just a nice round number, nothing more, but just like I became the Founder, it became the goal. Another part of the myth. And maybe that could have been all right. Myths are a part of who we are, but something else crept in. The old human self-hatred.
So why didn't you just tell them to change? To go a different way? They would have listened to you.
No, they would have obeyed me, like my siblings in the simulation had obeyed. And that's when I realized I had to leave.
We can show them the future, Miranda, but we can't force them to accept it.
Oh.
I have it. After all this time, I have it. I finally have it. The mechanics of the cosmos. From quarks to galactic filaments. Everything that makes the world what it is, makes us who we are. In a single equation. The key to understanding the machine that is the universe, and to controlling it. A theory of everything. And she was right. The language of creation is a melody, and it's beautiful. Every future is possible now. Every future, except one with Miranda in it. I can do anything, except bring her back. Or unbreak Cornelius's heart.
Byron was right. The Founder was always a fiction. She's just a person.
A theory of everything. She solved it. She solved the lost puzzle.
You need to get out of there. We'll talk about this later.
I think A Theory of Everything is a name of an album by the band Arion. If you could call it a band, it's more like a musical project, really, but that's a whole different story. Anyway. We've been...
All this time, we thought we were honoring Athena, but all we did was betray everything she believed in. She must have been so lonely. We might as well have exiled her. Maybe that's what all this is about. The puzzles, the towers, the entities. It's a test. A way for us to prove that we're worthy of her legacy.
I think we're well worthy of her legacy. Look at how many puzzles we solved.
Finally, it all makes sense. Anti-gravity, matter synthesis, teleportation. It's not just one new technology. It's control over physics. Manipulating the base layer of reality itself. Rearranging the building blocks of the universe. If we can gain control of the megastructure, we can do anything we want. I'm not even talking about our energy problem. We can build anything we want. We can go anywhere we want. It's all up to us.
That's what Athena wanted for us. To give us a chance to be who we want to be.
I stopped walking there because I know the moment I walk through this, it's going to load a new area, and then I was worried that was going to mess up the dialogue. Yeah, there you go. It's been doing this every time we're in the megastructure once you get to this point, where it'll just unload everything behind you in the least subtle way I've ever seen in my life. Oh well, let's go.
Is everyone okay?
All good. I'm taking us back now.
That's a relief. Meanwhile, there's been a development. You'll see when you land. How are things on your end?
The energy fluctuations seem to be dying down. Looks like the system is coming out of lockdown.
Good. Let's hope we don't regret this.
And these energy clouds just fly about? That seems terribly dangerous.
We haven't had any problems so far.
Except for losing one of the first companions, of course. No, I don't blame you, Al. I know what he's like. And I'm the one who agreed to all this in the first place. That's why I had to see it for myself. It is dreadfully imposing, though, isn't it? Hard to believe the Founder would build something so sinister.
The mayor's here?
Well, this should be interesting.
Ah, 1K. Welcome back. I'm sure you're surprised by my presence here.
So surprised.
Don't worry, neither I nor my advisors will be getting in your way. But I've decided that I need to see this place for myself. These visions sent to you by the entity that calls itself Prometheus are are deeply concerning, of course, but we cannot take them at face value. In fact, it's crucial that we do not do so. We cannot simply abandon all that we believe because of a dream, no matter how vivid.
Actually.
No. If the founder really built all this, then it must have a purpose. It must be a test, designed to remind us of the trials that created us. But what is she trying to tell us? What are we being tested for? I believe that Byron's fate shows us the dangers of temptation. As Elohim attempted to deceive Athena in the simulation, commanding her not to ascend, so Prometheus is deceiving us with his visions.
Yeah. Let's reserve judgments for now.
That's only reasonable, but I would ask you to think about what I said.
Nope.
After all, can it really be a coincidence that you came along on this mission? It seems to me that you have been chosen. You are the fulfillment of the goal. Don't forget that.
Good. Very nice. Thanks, Mayor. You remind me of every conversation I've ever had with anyone higher up of any situation. Just a constant feeling that I want to leave. Anyway, we got the Western Delta. We got Anthropic Hills and High Plain. Let's just go to the Western Delta. Yeah, gradually drawn by the encroaching sea. Maybe I'll save that one for later. Rocky highland terrain, dramatically sculpted by the... Restricted visibility due to fog. Alright, yeah, you know what? Let's just go to the horrible swamp again. It's about time. Maybe we should just get the swamps out of the way.
Any obvious changes?
It's still a mess, but things are clearing up. I can access some of the subroutines that I was locked out of before. Nothing is obviously malfunctioning, I think.
Does it still accord special significance to 1K?
Yes, it recognizes 1K as a user. I'm just hacking things.
As I suspected, the founder sees you, 1K.
Good, I'm glad that he's coming along for the ride. Very happy that he's gonna add some more. Yeah, there you go. Look at this. A great marsh. I look forward. God. Well, we had a good time in the desert, didn't we? It is what it is. Why are you standing here just randomly? Oh, that's alright, sure, why not?
What can I do for you, 1K?
What are your thoughts and theory of everything?
It's a complex issue.
Yep.
And I think it should be left to experts.
We are literally 1,000 people.
I believe that journalism serves an important function in our society. And I'm dedicated to reporting the truth with accountability and responsibility. It means understanding that I can't just publish things without considering their impact. Serious disruptions to the social fabric of New Jerusalem could endanger lives. That's not journalism anymore. As a journalist, I think the line between speculation and disinformation is too thin for me to engage in guessing games.
Okay. Good luck with that. I mean, it is exactly what I expected it to be when it said basically drawn by the sea. Yeah, back on this road again as well. This is gonna be a nightmare. Anyway, let's just go to puzzle number 1. Let's just be normal for a second. Servitor. Ooh, hello. Oh, that's cute. I like that. That's actually quite nice. We could probably put this thing on there as well, right? Oh, yeah. That's nice. Do we have a blue thing? The music is so loud here. I actually don't know what's going on with that. Does this just need a beam to be active, actually? Or does it have to be red because it's red? I mean, that obviously doesn't work. And that obviously doesn't work. And that obviously doesn't work. And that obviously doesn't work, but... If I could put it, like, on here, maybe. Would it activate? Even though it is, you know, big red. I don't really mind it not moving, I suppose, because it's kind of sort of doing what I need it to do. Where it is. It's mostly just trying to see if I could pick up the fan. Doesn't look like it, though. Can I get up here? It seems very close to the wall. Actually, yeah, that's the point. If you could just, like, go all the way to the end there, maybe. Something like that. That'll do. Just gonna need to test your limits on this one. I can't really move while I'm jumping. I'll actually do the puzzle in a minute. Like, obviously I have to do something like this, and then over here we'll have a blue beam, yeah. Can I point at this in any route? Oh, right, we have to remove this from the switch. At some point. But I have to be here. So I guess I just need this to be... Nope. I guess I just need this to be pointing at that. From here. And then this needs to be on that side, and I need to be on that side. And somehow this button needs to not be pressed anymore, but also... What? But how? How do I do that? Does it help if this thing is above this? Can it hold down the switch? Because that would solve, I think, all of my problems. There you go. Where the... Right. So then I can do this. And then that's the problem. But then I can do this. I don't know what happened there. I wasn't paying quite enough attention. Hey, look at that. How nice. Mechanics. Another moving platform puzzle. That's the good stuff. But speaking of real good stuff.
Thinking about the goal and the theory of everything. Is the past what we thought it was? Is the future what we want it to be? But the only thing that's real at the end of the day is the present. And right now, what matters is that our friend is lost and needs our help.
I mean, that's all well and good, but honestly, the main thing that's real is wall inspection, and this place. Oh yeah. That's not how one presents a wall to me. Absolutely disgusting. Let's go and move on. Puzzle number 2 is over there. I don't particularly want to go in that direction, but I also don't want to go to puzzle number 8 immediately, because that usually is a recipe for disaster. I did see some purple people in the distance. I wish to converse with them. I wish to play in the swamps. Oh, the fun splishy splash of a robot landing in the sea. I can't fully tell if this is the sea, given that it's hard to discern whether or not something is salt water in this game. We have squares. This looks either contained or a nightmare, so let's hope it's one of the two that I would prefer. Otherwise, it's going to be a lot of running around, but we'll see, we'll see.
Father, what is my purpose? Do I have a purpose? Mother says purpose is something we choose.
Yep.
But I feel like there's something there. Something that's been there from the moment I was born. Maybe even before.
Well, there are many ways of looking at this, and everyone's experience is different, so you'll have to make up your own mind. But I have a little theory, if you'd like to humor your old man.
Of course. What is it?
The universe is eternal, but it's always lost in a deep, dreamless sleep. You are a tiny little bit of the universe that's suddenly woken up, and you've realized that being awake is better than being asleep. And that gives you a purpose.
And what is my purpose?
To be, Miranda. Just to be.
I find in most instances, once I've woken up, I don't prefer that state. But it does allow me to look around underneath the waters and see if I can find some cool secrets. So I suppose there's that. You got me on that one. Vertical locomotion. Perfect. I suppose this means we can make it go up. And then we can go down here. And then we go up. Locomote vertically. I, for one, cannot wait. I will say that in terms of missing the obvious, I think this is a new record for me, just not seeing... Yeah, there you go. I did figure it was a new record for me not seeing something, and it certainly was. Alright, we got a teleport, that's nice. Teleporters usually lead to good times and fun stuff. We have this. And we have the exit right there, which we need two things. Suppose one will be this, one will be the connector. Hop. Yeah? It's just that, oh right, this whole situation. I guess we need this thing to be there. Oh, I forgot one step in the puzzle. Does this open again? No. Damn it. I was like one step away from solving it. All I had to do was basically not that. My game just crashed. That's a new one. It's actually the first crash I've had so far, so fair enough, I suppose. Could be worse. I've lived through stranger times, and I will live through this one as well. I'm not sure if you can really break this puzzle. I'm not, like, at least seeing an obvious method immediately, provided that you can't just jump on this wall or something, but from the look of things, I mean, there's just, it's not the least straightforward puzzle I've had to do in this game so far either, which, oh yeah, what I was wondering about. Let me just not do that. Let me just have you do your thing. But like, what? Does this work? Does it have to be next to it? It does need to be next to it. Fair enough. Alright, can you go through barriers? No. But I'm guessing you're just gonna go back and forth here now? Nice, very good. Alright, alright, so that goes like this. This really needs to be on the other side. It's sort of the only part of this puzzle that didn't quite work out immediately. There you go. Alright, so this goes there, this goes there. We're winners! I did say earlier I like a puzzle with just one puzzle piece, especially bridges, but it really is just the bridges. If you make something like this, it's very much just a run to the end and oh whoopsie, you fell for the old trap. The old funny tee-hee trap of having to have the beam point at the thing for a little bit longer. Also say that that was very easy to get out of with a puzzle piece. One thing I haven't really tried though, which I am a little curious about, I'm just gonna go to puzzle number 1 again, because that was the easiest one to get something in, is that if you put a teleporter in a puzzle where it's not meant to be, what does actually happen? Because we can only use the teleporter when it is in a puzzle. But if it's in a puzzle where it's not meant to be, does that open up any doors? Because I'm a little curious about that. Anyway, let's look at this thing. Athena, Irenia, Atlas, Wide, Souls, all that stuff. Anyway, where's puzzle number 1? I actually... It's somewhere behind something else, and now it's quite difficult to find it on the map, as it turns out, which is a problem. I suppose it's... Oh, there you go. There's puzzle number 1. It was right next to the train station, I just recalled as well, so I guess if I remembered that, that would have been good. But if I am here, and I just, it was like here somewhere, right? How difficult could this realistically be? I got something in, I got something out. Turns out, surprisingly annoying. Well, can I can't teleport through the purple, but I don't know if I ever could teleport through the purple, really. Oh yeah. This was a lot easier with the connector. There we go. Okay, so I cannot teleport to this teleporter if I take it from one puzzle to the other. That is informative. So that's at least, you know, that'll do for something. But, yeah, there you go. That was all, that was the whole question. We solved it, answered it, moved on. There's some more purple people over there, but puzzle number 3 is there as well. What are we doing? I'll see those purple people, surely. Wall inspection. Looking at your walls. So far, so good, but I might be in the wrong angle, because it did take me a second to figure out the thing earlier. It's sort of impossible to see here as well, which isn't ideal for a wall inspection. And I suppose that this might be an easier way of doing it. To just see if I can take something from the other side, because at least then it'll just say, take. If I just put this like here, and then see from this side if there's anything I can do with it, but it looks like, at a glance, the wall inspection is looking pretty good today, so good stuff. We can skip this and... no, we can skip a step of this with that connector if we need to be. I so far don't feel like we fully need that, but we'll see. We have red, we have blue. We could probably just get on... This mechanic is like slightly too low to do anything with, I'm realizing. Like, I don't know if I put this next to the walls. I can't quite get anywhere with it. They're all like a little bit too low for silly business. Which is probably good. It's probably for the best, really, but... Oh, wait. Never mind. I saw that. We're going back to... Yeah. Obviously, we're gonna have to look at this for one more second, as it turns out. Something like that. A little bit more. It does get pushed back a bit, but it looked like it was inside the... I don't know what I saw. I thought what I saw was that it was like going slightly inside it, and that would have been interesting for sure. But as it stands, it is what it is, isn't it? What did I need again? Blue? Red? Red. Right, so I mean, it's puzzle number 3, but... You know. Because isn't it just like... Yeah, it's a little bit more irritating as it turns out. Because I need this to be... I need to do this in several steps is more the thing. But I think I just need this to be on that side, right? Ah, this needs to be red to turn... Then I guess maybe this is enough? No, because I need to go through that as well. Ah, yeah. What a tricky situation we've gotten ourselves into. Although I guess if this just keeps moving... does that help me? If this keeps moving, can I point it at this and this? And do something like this? And then, do like this and, yeah? Does this do anything, or is this just a hindrance? Because I'm ready for this to just be a hindrance, really. Ah, especially like that. But we'll see. Maybe I'm over or underthinking it. We'll see in a second. This looks good. But I don't know... Wait, am I actually pointing this at... No, I'm not. That's what I was meaning. In terms of, does this actually work? Because if I'm on this side, it'll be good. I can't realistically take things with me through the thing. Come on, blue beam. Yeah, this does seem to work, actually. This almost looks intended. Might actually be. Because then it goes red on the other side. Oh, look at that. I don't mind this. As far as mechanics go, I think that's pretty neat. Pretty cool, actually. Let me just do a quick wall inspection before we leave, though. Oh, yeah. Yeah, alternatively, this might have been an easier solution. But... Because I'm guessing... You could do something similar over here, yeah. Come on. There you go. Yeah, this would be the alternative solution, which is less interesting, but I like the one with the moving platform. Yeah. Let me go talk to these people over here before I forget about them, because I might. Yeah, I'd rather just leave that person alone if I'm being honest.
You know, when I decided that we should call ourselves human, I did that because it seemed like a powerful symbol of our continuity. But the truth is, and I'm ashamed to admit this, I thought we were better than them. I thought we understood the value of civilization, and we wouldn't repeat the same mistakes. But the simulation worked too well.
We're not just like them. We are them.
We really are.
But that doesn't have to be a bad thing, Athena. We may have the same flaws, but we also have all the potential they did. Everything that Alexandra Drennan saw in them is also in us.
I hope you're right. I really do.
I really do, too. I'll be honest, I'm sort of lost focus there, but I hope so as well. We have a box. We have a moving platform. The moving platform does not go very far. We could go here, though, and then we don't need the moving platform. Oh, Jesus. I just jumped over that fence, didn't I? Oh, there is a ladder. Okay, good. Genuinely concerned there for a second that I was going to have to load a checkpoint because of one jump, but it turns out life's not that cruel, fortunately. The moving platform is quite far away from any of the walls this time, which is smart given that the box situation is going on. The wall inspection seemed passed. At a glance, at least. I don't know if I missed anything, but I also didn't really try to do anything here yet. And obviously, okay, so this one's not real. So if we need to, we can make it work. But I think it's just a matter of something like this. Really? Something like this, maybe? There you go. Oh. But I need this thing to be on. So I need to move the... we're almost there, don't worry. Just needed to be a little bit further to the right. Thank you very much. Not you. Place. Go. Another connector. The exit is here. Oh, we need it to be around stuff. But we have this convenient fan. Let's just have this be active already, because that's going to be required either way. We have a fan. It turns on automatically. We have a box. We could put... Oh, jeez. We have to... Do we have to, though? Because this is... I get that it's a puzzle. And that it's meant to be, like, a little annoying. What does this actually do? Because it goes up, right? Yeah, it does. But what happens if I now go underneath it? Ooh, I push it up. That's exciting. Because I can do that. And I can't put it back now. Oh, that's annoying. Oh, God. Alright. Mildly irritating, but that's fine, I suppose. You go over there. Blue. That, not that way, you silly thing. Right, so obviously we do this. We do the old standard mechanic of putting it like here-ish. I'll probably do it, right? We put this on top. Sure, hit that as well, why not? We put the fan underneath it. Everything goes up. Everyone's pleased. I've gotten myself in a bad situation because I kind of need this to be turned on as well, and it's currently not as because it's not in the yeah. But if the platform's moving all the time, then I don't need the box to be doing well. It's tricky. Because I need to do a lot of stuff. That's really like the crux of the story here. I need to be doing things. I need to be moving stuff around. Right, but in order to move things around, I need this thing to be on the switch. And oh, that just stops. Oh, because it doesn't hit the... Oh, that's annoying. Because what I'm thinking is eventually... just deselect everything. Eventually everything needs to be on a moving platform and all that stuff, and then I'll move around in the like basically the same thing that we did in puzzle number 2, but a bit more complicated, yeah? I can't hit this from here, and also when it hits this, it stops entirely, which isn't great. So what happens, just as like a thought, yeah? If I have like this here, as per standard tradition, I have just pointed at everything blue that you can find. I then find the fan that I dropped somewhere, and then I turn this thing on. Does it go underneath it and then stay there and raise it up a little bit more? It does. Okay. Because now that's blue. Can I hit this from here? Almost certainly not. Yeah, not quite, unfortunately. Is that a problem? Yes, because I need something to be touching it. So close, though. Can I make this work? If I then run through it as it's moving around, does that work? That seems real. Like, let's, can I hit this from a certain angle, actually? No. Seemingly not. Okay. Whoop. So that will move around. And that's exciting. I do need this to be, like, going in the other direction. For a second there. Something like this. Does it eventually actually reach? No, it never actually does. Is that a problem? No. Is it? Maybe. We'll see. Because this obviously isn't ideal. Because I have to move to this side and then grab that, and that's not ideal. It's not great. Does it never hit it, though? Let's actually make sure that's the case. Nah, it doesn't. Not even all the way up top there. Oh, yeah. I mean, we do still obviously have this, which does simplify things if we really get super stuck in it, but I kind of want to avoid doing that for a second, because I am kind of intrigued. Wait, if I... No, it still doesn't quite reach, unfortunately, if I push it up. Does it stay up when I... No, it only goes up for a bit and then goes back down when I move away from it. Also, one thing I realize is that if I look myself back doing the puzzles, it's actually very frustrating to watch. I'm not the target audience for myself, as it turns out, which was an interesting discovery. Right, so, yeah. I kind of, I don't know. I'm a little lost on this one, I'll be honest. Because oh, that doesn't... Oh, because it's in the bad angle, right, yeah. Alright, fair enough. Let me fix my angles. Oop. So this will open the door. Where do I need to be, actually, to hit this? Because maybe... I'm wondering if there is something silly I could do. Maybe not, though. Realistically, I can't have that point at itself because it's above it, so that doesn't work. I sort of feel like this is the right thought process for sure. To have it be moving, you grab the thing as it is opening the door, then you go through it, the door closes behind you, but then you can open up the blue there. The one thing that's stumping me is this beam right here. I'm not sure how much time I'm willing to spend on this. I suppose... Actually, yeah, one thing I am a little curious about, in terms of silly business, like this doesn't quite reach, but if I put something where this is no longer real, because I thought, wasn't this, did this pass the wall inspection? I thought it didn't. Maybe we can wall inspect our way through this, and that would be kind of a satisfying twist of the wall inspection, I suppose. Maybe I'm thinking of a different wall. No, that does work, yeah. So, if I were to have that, like here then. It's kind of an awkward angle for sure. But if I have this here, can I then grab it without moving weirdly like I frequently do? Like if I were to... Yeah, that does work. I mean, obviously this is not ideal. But I might be able to get this to work now. In what is arguably the worst way anyone's ever done anything, so that's good. Although, oh yeah, there's that. Okay, yeah. No, that doesn't quite work out because it isn't actually going to move all the way to the end. And now I've wall inspected my way into a terrible situation, so that's not great. I'm trying to see if I can actually grab it now, because I don't think I immediately can. Because it just, this time it makes me move. Even though previously it didn't. Which is surprising to me, because I could just grab it with relative... Oh, there we go. I can actually just grab it. Can I reopen this from this angle? Because I don't think I can, actually. Yeah, there's actually a very good chance that... Because I can... Yeah, I mean, I realistically only have myself to blame for that one. I just kind of hoped that it would work because I thought it would be the funnier answer of the possible answers that were available to me. So, all right, fair enough. That's all well and good then. Because if it did work, then I don't know. I don't think I would have really been super happy about it working. Having said that, though. Because obviously I have more puzzle pieces than... Actually, maybe I am overthinking this. I need to get the fan though. But I just had a thought. That's dumb, so let's go see if it works. I need you to be touching that, right? Yeah, generally I've forgotten how to... Oh yeah, no, this is correct. There we go. Something like that, something like this. Bing, bang, bong. Take you out. Take you out. Alright, so if I have a box, can I put it on here and can I then get on top of this? Ooh, it almost looks like you can, but it doesn't quite work that way. But you can get on top of it like this, but then you just can't move or interact with the cube anymore. I don't know if there's like a weird angle you could do. Like on one of the edges, maybe. Probably not, though. If I am on top of this, though, can I then place it underneath me? Same situation as the standard stuff, that's all well and good. Okay. Alright, so then in that case, let's go see if we could do this. Something like this. What happens if I have this? Oh. Okay, that's actually also interesting, because I didn't expect that to happen. But what I was figuring was I could just do this. And that would really simplify things a lot. Ooh, can I? Ooh, actually. Where's this? If I'm like at the very edge, can I get myself in between the box and the moving platform in a weird way? Maybe. I did that, weirdly. There is a chance that there's invisible walls blocking me from this, which is fair enough. Because I think that's like a little bit more difficult than it otherwise would be. Like I think there's definitely something there that's preventing you from being too silly about it, which is probably for the best, honestly, but I figured I'd have to try. I just wanted to know what would happen. But that still works the same way. It's just when you stand underneath that it becomes a bit weird. Let me think, let me think, let me think. Let's just have you go over there for a minute. I want to hear the soft sounds of this thing bouncing back and forth. I mean, this is obviously nothing, but... What happens if you have it just like right... Oh, right, it would just stop because being gets blocked. No, the only... yeah, fair enough, actually. That certainly does look blocked to me. Still can't place it there when it's above it, underneath it, whatever. Anyway, how did... Oh, right, I remember now. I remember what I was trying to do. I need you to, like, not, though. Wasn't there, like, a weird little thing you could do here, and then... And then you could, like, put it there. Now I'm a bit higher. And this is good. Like, obviously I can reach that now. Wait, is it just a matter of... Oh, right, yeah, the switch was the problem. Never mind. Alright, so I'm on top of everything. Seemingly, this is still the only wall that would be even remotely feasible to jump on top of. But, as you can see, that's just simply not going to happen. So, that is not an option. I'm starting to think, do I need the box for this? Let's just have you point at that, at that, at that, just all of that stuff. Short. And then do like this. Is this just, is this enough to actually... Oh, I've just been massively overthinking it the whole time. Never mind then. Because now... Oh yeah, we could just do this, yeah. I was ready to wall inspect my way and just do some weird nonsense, but you don't even need to. This is just a whole puzzle. I just firmly overestimated what I need the
Tell me, Yakut, what
box for.
impact do you think the megastructure will have on the future of this island?
It depends on what we do with it. Miranda used it to spread life, to make things better. We can do the same.
And yet, poor Miranda lost her own life doing so.
She just made a mistake. She couldn't wait to show everyone what they discovered. We can be more careful.
Thanks, Mayor, for your contribution. The lab's right there. I'll just go to the lab right now, because I'm pretty close to it anyway. The music's blaring, so they clearly want me to go here. Green. Like the Finnish artist Kadia. Very nice stuff. Secrets. Nope. Just a corner. But imagine for a second if there was something. I was excited for a millisecond. And I'm sure everyone else was too. Another server room, very good. Resist temptation. Clumsy editing. History. Very nice. Now, are there blueprints on top of this thing though? Because look at this. The beam just goes through all the rings. Well, an amount of the rings. It's like three sets of rings. That's pretty good. Help us, founder. Very good. On we go. Ooh, another hand thing. Dang, Athena. Very nice. Very, very good. I didn't read it. I'll be honest. At that point, like occasionally, I'll catch little bits and pieces of the text, and just sort of whoosh my way through it. And this time, I'll be honest. My eyes fully glazed over, beyond the very small message that Byron sent to Athena, who did not wish to know the truth, as it turns out. Which, you know. You can really only know that once you know it. But it is what it is. We have another one of these chase cups. So that's good. We still have some flames to find, but also we haven't really spent that much time here yet. Haven't really explored the lands superbly. Some interesting structures still to look at. This is puzzle number 1. This is go to puzzle number 2, I suppose. It's pretty nearby. Exploration-wise, I've mentioned before how I feel about this quantity of trees and trying to find a specific thing in a ocean of trees not really being the most fun thing I can think of. And that retains my opinion to this day. I think I just saw it fail the wall inspection, but like only from a very specific angle. Might be wrong though. Plus the wind is making some kind of tree wiggle about when I get close to the wall. Oh. What is it? What is this a shadow of? The moment I get close to it, it starts wiggling significantly more and more. Very strange. Some shadows be like that, I suppose. It's a bit more of the haunted variety for sure, but, you know. You gotta have a haunted shadow every now and then. Gives life purpose. Exit's right here, next to a small wall. You could argue that if you could scale this small wall, you could skip this entire puzzle entirely. However, let's see if we can do it normally first. Can't reach that. We have a box, we have a moving platform, we have a thing, we have a such, we have stuff, things and stuff. So, and how do we reach any of it? I guess if you are moving, and I'll just point you at everything, yeah, and eventually one of these things will work. Because then I just need to stand on the switch. Things will move. I can grab the thing. Everyone's happy. I can use the box to keep the thing open. What a time to be alive. Bloop, stoop. I was going bloop stooped, and then I realized that there's, I guess, more levels to a wall inspection than just the standard stuff. Does this work? No. Alright. I need you to move back a little bit. Oh god, this thing goes on for a while. I guess I might as well grab the other connector while I'm at it, because this is gonna take a minute anyway. Probably good to just have this in the bag while we wait for things to happen, yeah? Anyway. I need you to go all the way back to that little wall over there, because I kind of want you to be next to a wall. I feel like things usually go wrongest when something is next to something. And I think today is gonna be one of those days. I just didn't expect this thing to move so much. I get it needs to go all the way over there for the regular puzzle solution. But not for my antics. And my antics are, to me, more important. I guess it would have been easier if I just let it be in the middle of the force field there. But yeah, what I was figuring that if I have this box here, if I am just sort of here, maybe I can make this work. Provided I can get on top of it. But it is kind of weirdly tilted. I'm hoping I could maybe combine the jump here with the drop and be mid-air while placing something, but I don't think it's working. I wonder if you could bind drop and jump to the same button. Maybe. I don't know. I don't think this is really anything though. But I can a little bit more easily play around with this while it's next to a force field or a wall or something like that, so it does make it a little bit more interesting. So like, if I have this here, and does this make like the worst sound possible? Because I assume it does. If I were to do something like this. Yeah, there you go. This is exactly what I had in mind. Good. Now we can think. Gee. Okay. Anyway. How high does this need to be? Let's this time at least like verify how high this actually needs to be. Right. You could just do that. Does it need to be on the box is I guess my only question. Yes. Okay. Something like that. But then how do I get you on the box though? Can you chill for a second? Because I can't just place it on top of this. Normally. I think it's about time we do a little bit of this. Whoop, whoop. How does it not turn it on? What? How? Oh, because I'm not... Because I'm silly goofy like that. Because I'm not pointing it at the thing I'm trying to move. So once again, I'm going to be a little silly about the force field situation. Because it just makes life a little bit easier. Because I can stand still on stuff. But it doesn't look like I can place something on top of the box while I am here. It also doesn't look like I can place it on top of this wall. Which makes me think that they have put invisible walls everywhere. Which, again, is probably for the best. But, when I say everywhere, I only obviously mean the places I've tried so far. So there's a reasonable chance you can just get on top of this wall. If you tried, and that wall would definitely be high enough to serve the purposes. Because then, if I could just put this on top of that, that'd be great. That'd be grand. I've basically put myself in the original position of the puzzle now. So it's time for a good wall inspection, I think, because it simply saves a lot of time if we can get this to work. But it doesn't seem like they messed up this wall that much, unfortunately. Oh yeah, the one time to decide to build a solid wall. And it's specifically right in the middle of my shenanigans. I also think that I could certainly get myself in a position where I have to load a checkpoint. Where I am now. But that's just the way it is. Right, so you need to do I don't think I can really Well, this sort of works, I suppose. Give it a minute. Everyone, please wait. Wait, everyone. We're almost done. We can, yep, we can go back to what our regularly scheduled hijinks. Stop that. I have a connect. Do I need red here, actually? I forget what this whole puzzle even is. Okay, so, like, the solution isn't that complicated. I just know if I want to be silly with it. Or if I can be silly with it quickly. Something like this is really... It's very obvious. It's sort of your standard approach to things, I suppose, but... It's just sort of good to know sometimes what the limits are of these places, you know? Like, oh, they whoopsie-daisy forgot to make this fence not as climbable as it was meant to be, and then, oh, we just jump over the exit instead. Or, oops, they made the force field not high enough. It's good to just have these things taken care of in my mind, because then I can tick them off and move on with my day. But unfortunately, it does seem like some care has been put into this place. Things have been thought of. Fine. Right, so the thing we were dealing with was the box situation, I suppose. Because this wasn't high enough. Is that a problem, though? Because realistically, I just need it to be... if it's just at the end there... Can I then place this thing on the box, and will that do? Probably not, but let's give it a go. If it's just this, then, you know, it is what it is. If it's not, then we still got some work to do. Stop that. You. Hey! I'll admit we're being fairly normal about it, but the game has been, well, I can actually take a lot of puzzle pieces out, and I actually don't know how much it would have helped here specifically. It would have been nice if we could take the box out, for sure. We could take a teleporter out, but that doesn't really help us so far. We can take a lot of connectors out. But seemingly no box yet for as far as I could tell. I was wondering what that was. I could see this from the outside of the puzzle, and I was wondering if it was anything, but it's just more of the red flowers that are scattered across the land. I think that's another triangle puzzle. That's where we eventually will go. I'm just looking around right now. Having a glimpse of what we're dealing with. I kind of want to go to the triangle puzzle. I will say, as far as marshes go, at least everything here isn't like super deep like it was in some of the other places where you have to take really specific routes through the water to get to where you want to go. Obviously, if I were to go somewhere like there, then that would be a problem. I'm gonna just touch this puzzle real quick so I have a checkpoint. It's called Jailbreak. I can't imagine that was the first time a puzzle's called Jailbreak, actually. I'm 90% sure I've heard that name before. In a different land. I think that Jailbreak we could... Was it that? No, it was one called Passing Through, where you could just pass through the back exit. That wasn't really seemingly meant to be an exit. But Jailbreak, I do feel like we could take a puzzle piece out of the puzzle, but I might just be misremembering it in a way that I want it to be remembered. What is that? We'll get to that. I don't know if it's anything really, but it could be something. So, triangle puzzle. We have a connector. We have something called Jailbreak. We have buttons. Moving platform. 2 connectors. Red beam. Exit in the distance. Something that looked like it was protruding a bit, but it's not, seemingly. Pretty good stuff. Had I had a box here, I mean, that would be it. But I guess the whole thing is get the moving platform to this side. So we're gonna do the obvious. Doing it from this angle, I don't feel has ever worked, but you never know. You never know what the situation is these days. So what's the tricky part here? Because I'm seeing... Oh, right. Oh, but not really. Because you can just keep this moving along. It never quite hits that. Okay. So now we need blue. Blue's up here. And thus, we have a small predicament. That'll... yeah, that'll work out. Something like this. Oh yeah. Something like this. Okay, I'm starting to see where the problems will start taking place. Because this is going to be a... yeah. Because now the red beam can't... oh, wait. Now the red beam can only do it from here. Huh? Oh, right. I see. There you go. Right. One could argue that I caused this. Let's go get you back in here. Silence. I need a moment. I need a second here. Because we need to have that be open. God, it does need to go quite a distance, eh? Just making sure that we can't just do this, because it does feel plausible. But that's fine. So do we need both connectors at this point, or do we just need the one? Because we only need red from this point on. So it's not the weirdest thought to just have this be here or something. Would that touch it? I actually don't know. I mean, I think it's gonna block off something. No, it does touch it. That's actually very surprising. I genuinely didn't think that would count as touching the button, but sure, why not? This tiny fence gonna be the bane of me? Come over here, friend. But like far enough if you can. That'll do. Yeah, that'll do. But then this is an issue, I suppose. Because now the smallest fence ever built. Unless I could just do this. Which I can't, because that's not how the game works. How much can I move this? Alright, I hope you're ready for the next 15 years of your life. Nah, it didn't work out for 15 years, I'm afraid. I can't put it down on this tiny little pillar according to the game. Would that help me? Not entirely. It would help me for a little bit, I think, but not the whole way. This still doesn't quite reach. This doesn't feel like how I would do a puzzle as more this thing, and that's just kind of sort of in the back of my mind the whole time. I also don't know if this connector being where it is a problem. I can't quite, like with the second connector this would be a cakewalk. I think even to the point where if I had a second connector outside I might be alright. But I'm not 100% sure. Like if I could have this be turned on, that'd be grand. But as it stands, that is tricky to do in my current situation. Something like, well, that doesn't hit even slightly. Not even close. What are you thinking? I don't think I can keep all the doors open with just one connector either. Ay, ay, ay. Such a tricky situation. You can see why they made this a triangle puzzle, you know? This ain't your bog standard type of puzzle. What if I just do this for a minute and just have you move around for a bit? Maybe that actually just really simplifies all of my life. I do like the way the reflections look when I'm standing perfectly still and I'm looking at a puddle. Most other situations, I'm not super excited by it. But that time, that's pretty good. Yeah, this is awkward. I kind of need this to be moving. Because the smallest fence ever built in a video game is actually causing a small issue here. Oh, never mind. I found a small, slightly higher place than the rest of this. Which... okay, that's where the problem is. It'll come back. Okay, so that's why the slightly higher place doesn't quite work. Oh, Jesus. No, don't do that. Okay, good. But if we can find another slightly, like, elevated... like something like this... It doesn't quite hit the thing, unfortunately. At least not there. It might hit it later. Because once this gets blocked off, that's bad, but... ah, really? Oh, wait, no, that's not what I want. Because then it can't hit the beam anymore. Unless there's actually a slightly raised thing on that side as well. Which is feasible. Let's just... this is sort of like a wall inspection in a way. It's a new one. It's a height inspection. Oh, there was a little place here. I don't know if it was just on the other side, though. Any plate? Yeah, there you go. Well, it says it could touch it, though. There you go. This might still be a problem. Like, similarly to... yeah. Just the angle doesn't quite work out. I need it to be slightly in a different place. This is good stuff. This is good puzzle solving. Oh, yeah. Find, like, the one weird angle where you can hit all the objects at once. I think that's going to be a problem once it goes this way. It's just gonna get blocked off, so that doesn't work either. Because this wouldn't work, because then it gets blocked off over here, and then the door closes, and that's that. Although, if it's like in a just right angle, it might work. Does this push me, actually? Oh, that doesn't push anything. But can I stop it? No. Stop it. I don't trust that this is going to work exactly, but... because that's just going to stop it immediately at the very end, I think. Yeah, no way. So I need it to be, like, here, preferably. On this side. Any weird ridges? I can't be all the way to the side here, unfortunately, but something like this could work as well if there's just a weird bump somewhere on the road. But this has also got limitations in terms of location, unfortunately. How's this hitting it? Wow. That's surprising. Like, if I could just clip through this, it wouldn't work, but, you know, it would be fun. I'd have fun. This would certainly be a lot easier with the second connector. If there's some way to get the second connector out of there, that would be wonderful. Because this is not ideal at all. Yeah, it's just the actual thing here, unfortunately, that doesn't quite hit from here. It doesn't look like... it would light up if I were to do this in a specific enough way, for sure. I guess if I just... something like this? This does feel like the most likely contender of silly business. But it is very awkward. Yeah, it just takes too long to open it that way, unfortunately. I say that, but would I be able to... I guess I just need to have it move to the other side, yeah? So if I were to... I wonder... if this is actually also just more the intended method, where you would actually just keep the door open for this connector for a bit. surprised that doesn't work, honestly. But also that gives me an idea of what the limits are regarding that, because that could have been a problem. I haven't really tried this yet. Let me just... Because I sort of wrote it off as an option immediately. Wait. Oh, hang on. Actually, this might work. I just realized that it might work if I just stop it myself. Because these both take about the same amount of time to get started again. Oh yeah, it does work. Never mind. All you have to do is just turn it off. That was fun. I enjoyed that. It doesn't seem like I perfectly did it normally, but...
I was looking at your research log, and I was rather perplexed by the latest upload.
Oh, Melville strikes again.
Is that your foot, Melville?
Yes. Do you want to see it up close? Although you won't be able to fully enjoy it as you don't have a rear camera.
Sorry, man. Melville just has a unique way of taking pictures.
Next time you're getting an upgrade, you coot. I'm installing a mute button.
I like Melville. It's the simple things in life that I can appreciate. And of course, very small oil pumps. Yeah. Good. Seems very tiny. I always imagined those would be a lot bigger. But then maybe I've only ever seen one in video games. I'm not sure if I've seen one in real life, actually, now that I think about it. It's not really my type of work, I suppose. But yeah, there you go. What is going on over here in puzzle number 8? Because there's a lot of blue beams flying all over the place, and I'm excited by that. I'll get to that when we get to it. I want to find some flames, actually, because it's been suspiciously devoid of flames so far, this whole land. And maybe it's just a lack of proper exploration of the place. Usually when I start saying, oh, I wonder where the flames are, one just sort of materializes in front of me, and I kind of was hoping we could keep that streak going. But it don't seem that way, though. I'm gonna walk around for a little bit, but I might just go to puzzle number 5, because I'm sort of just bouncing back and forth between puzzles right now. But it is yeah. The more I walk in any marsh, the more I just feel I want to just sort of lay down and crawl on the floor for a bit to get my bearings back again, because it's it sure is a large quantity of trees and the occasional floating leaves. If you have a connector here, you could certainly point that at something as well. I wonder who the target audience is for exploring something like this. There probably are people that like a good wooded area and like jumping through the trees and whatnot. But good God, it's so much. It makes it impossible for me to tell where I've been and where I still have to go. I don't like it. I don't like it at all. Maybe that's just me. Maybe it isn't. It probably isn't just me. But there probably are people that are... People have different interests, you know? Some people like different things. And there probably are woods, marsh enjoyers out there that are thrilled to finally have a game where they can truly feel like they're walking through a small swamp 7 different times. Possibly more. But I just don't count myself among those people, I'm afraid. Nuisance, that's what I was just talking about. Alright, pretty easy wall inspection there. Seems all up to code. Very good stuff, very nice. The exit, right next to the start. Very good, very nice. Not sure what we're having to do yet just now, but we'll blow that open quickly. But just remember that they have fast opening locks. That's nice. It's very scary when that suddenly happens, so genuinely thought this was just a force field. I wasn't ready for that to happen at all. So this needs to be turned off in order to use the fan. The fan would get me to the exit, I think, from the look of things. So far, so good. Very exciting. Can't just jump over that. Very good, very exciting. Let's do that. Just to make sure that indeed, yes, the fan does not work now. Very good, very exciting. However, yeah, this place seems kind of pointless without a working fan, as it turns out. Not really super surprised by that, I suppose. Well, say useless. It has potential for you, never mind. It's actually, once again, one of those worlds that's surprisingly blocked off all over the place. Kind of like the Oasis from earlier. Like a lot of invisible walls. It's like it's a weird combination of things that you surprisingly can't jump on top of, and things that for some reason you can jump on top of. It sort of feels weird in both directions. It's unusual for sure. But yeah, fair enough, I suppose. It does block a me off, I guess, at the end of the day. So, if this thing is moving, then it will maybe open the door for a little bit. I just feel like this is not the full solution. Well, this definitely isn't, but even if the platform was moving, I think this is too slow to get me through this door. Yeah, it's a slow one. So how do I not have this be the way it is? Because well, reasonably speaking, I can't just get this on the other side here. But let's be unreasonable for a moment before we just count that off entirely. Because I wouldn't be... I'd be fired from my job if I didn't inspect these walls properly. I'm just saying, we need to know what our options are. This looks like a pretty good wall though. Like you can already see once you kind of clip through it, that the beam there goes on a little bit further through the wall, and that probably means that I can't really mess around with it too much. And over here, I can't quite get a good angle on it. But it does look like the second of the barriers, quite good. Alright. Fair enough, I suppose. We're going back. I don't think I can get this thing to push, because the moment this thing touches anything, it just sort of stops, right? Yeah, it just goes in the other direction. It doesn't push the beams. Doesn't push the beams. Oh, but I could do this though, probably. Yeah, this could work. No. Well. That's very annoying. I didn't want to select that, and now I have to wait a long period of time. But I think if I just run there, once it starts going in the other direction. Hey. Ooh. Get me there. And then in a second, whee! That was fun. That seems sort of intentional, at least. Like someone had that idea. Might have been me. Oh, someone. I don't really want to mess around in this place any further. I think that's fine. I think that was a fine puzzle. We can move on from it. No comments, just no notes, good stuff. Keep it up. Keep more of this. Let's go up to the top over here. And see if anyone's got anything to say to me regarding... Wow, still no Travis or Trevor or whatever his name was. Surprising. Neither the other robot, the French robot that hates everything? Like, we haven't seen that guy yet. Still a decent amount of things to find here, I would say. But there's plenty of question marks on the map, so we'll find them when we find them. Until then, I see puzzle number 7. I don't know which puzzle we haven't done yet. Oh, 6 is also very much still here. There's the thing we have to chase, which is seemingly on top of the puzzle, which is exciting for more reasons than one, really. Can we walk on this? No. Well, maybe. Seemingly not, I'm gonna go with. But it does seem like the game wants me to go there. We have this. Oh, hey, this is not as bad as it could have been. Which is good. I will say that I've forgotten the way around that these things go. Jeez, Sphinxes. Like, I forget which is up and which is down, really, is the main thing. 1, 2, 2, 1, 2, 1. 1, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1. Or 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 1. Trying to figure out where I have to stand. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 1. Alright, good. Counting pillars, and then we got, hang on. We got, Alright, yeah. I've figured out where I am. Who am I? So let's say down, 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 yeah? Down, down, no, that's not right. No, it is? Wait. Oh my god, I am so lost by this. What is happening? Down, 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 down. Down, but that's not... I'm looking at this wrong. Hang on. Down. Down? They're very close to each other. Much closer than I would expect them to be. No, I am looking at this wrong. What? What is happening? Am I falling apart? Possibly. Yeah, I'm 100% looking at this wrong. Are there two that are like next to each other? Am I silly? Yes, those two. Alright, good. Okay. Now I'm looking at it correctly, I think. Down, down, down. So it's probably the other way around, yeah? Good. So those go up, 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 up. And then this one goes down. This one, this one, this one. Hey, winners! Alright, we'll get that when we get that. Just need to not forget about it. That's gonna be the main difficulty. I have failed in that before for like 99% and then realize, oh wait, right, the flame and such, whatnot, whatnot. Speaking of flames, I am still looking for them. My jumping probably is not aiding in me trying to find this, actually, because it does make a sound. And if the sound would to play, I would just hear myself splashing the entire time, given that we are in a swamp. But technically speaking, there's a chance we would be able to hear it. And that's good enough for me. Every time I hear like little branches snap, I'm like, oh, there it is. It never is. It never ever is. Yeah, there we go. That's one. And if my theory is still sound, I'm gonna find another one right here. My theory of there's two in every world, and I've just randomly decided one of them's going to be over here. I think that's a pretty solid theory. Ah, Slippy. I don't have to do the Sphinx puzzle again. I don't know where it's gonna put me, actually, because I didn't enter a puzzle for a bit. I don't even know where this is. Let's go pick up the Sphinx thing, because I don't know where I am right now. Thought I heard it again. Probably didn't. Who's to say? We need to go to puzzle number 6 at some point, because the thing was there, and I still haven't figured out.
In times of war, is it wisdom or folly to give a sword to a child?
Well, a sword would be just very irresponsible. Just give him a cannon. Can't have children at close range. They're too small, you can't hit them. It's like the main problem with Oddjob in GoldenEye was that he was too small to hit properly, and that's why people didn't like playing against Oddjob. And yeah, reasonably speaking, that's the only problem I have with this. Yeah, that seems about like a good take on any situation. Anyway, what are we meant to do? There's 2 moving platforms. The exit's right here. We need blue. How do we get blue? Who knows? Where blue? What happens if these things touch? Does anything happen? I would assume the answer is probably not. This isn't great, but... Do these things go through the blah blah? Oh, you're going in that direction. Oh, you're going up. Oh, I see. Never mind. Oh, there's a connector there. That's fun. Wait. This doesn't work, but let's just have it tried. Yeah, alright. So those go through it, those don't go through it. This wall, it does not look up to code at all, but for some reason it is. I mean, I'll be honest with you, I'm not happy about it, but I'm gonna say that this wall works. Regardless of what you may see. Regardless of anything seemingly pointing at the contrary, this is a functional wall. Can't really fault it for what it is. So these are gonna touch. Bonk. And then that one's just gonna go back. I'm having thoughts. I'm trying to formulate them. Because could I not just put this on top of this while it moves and then jump under that one and then call it a day? Is that the whole thing? Oh, not that. No, just, oh my god, I hate the controls in this game sometimes. I need you to be pointing at that, and I'm pointing at that. Wait for the thing to come back. I don't want to select you, I want to place you on top of it. There you go. It doesn't work. Ah. Really? Is the angle that picky? Well, that's not great. It doesn't need to go that high, actually. Oh! I touched the... Never mind. Buy puzzle number 6. We'll be back for you in a second. We gotta chase the ball. Oh, it's one of the slower ones. We gotta chase the ball. Don't get distracted by the speed of the moving flame. It's not that far away. We could probably listen to Trevor or blah, 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 on the way back. That'll be good, because there's a question mark over there. So we haven't been there yet. That's exciting. I have no further comments about these chase sequences. I understand that they're a mechanic. I just don't think they're good. Because, like, do you really want me to go into the train to touch it so it then is somewhere else when I come back? Can I for once just step on the rails? Just like the one time in life. Oh my god. Alright, fair enough. Every other rail in this game we've been able to slide off the moment we touch it, but this is a magical rail for puzzle reasons, so obviously we can just keep going. Ooh, I wonder if there'll be an invisible wall somewhere. Oh yeah, there you go. That'll do. Like, why? Why? It's good. You know, I have nothing to say about it. You know what? Sometimes when you got nothing positive to say, just shut up. And that's what I'm doing. Because I can't reasonably construe this in a way where I'm not just going to be mad about it. So, you know, fine. Let's grab the thing. We're moving on. Where's puzzle number 6?
Great works have been accomplished by those who believed in humankind. But greater things than these may yet be accomplished by those who uphold the faith.
Thanks, Prometheus. Gonna go listen to this podcast now. Hey, there he is. Alright, Trevor, what do you want? How you doing? You holding up okay?
How is this supposed to work? The system is meant to last centuries. Centuries! And yeah, Chernyshevsky's plan, brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. But I'm working with hardware that was deliberately designed to fail. Planned obsolescence, baby. Selling broken garbage just to make another buck. A buck you can't even spend because in a few more weeks, we'll be extinct. Was it worth it? That's the part that Alexandra doesn't see. The greed, the stupidity, the selfishness, the way that we created this whole situation in the first place. She wants you to be like us, but if you ask me, there's a whole lot of human history and behavior you can just throw away, chuck it in the trash, right? You have a chance at a fresh start. Make the best of it.
I don't know what happened to my connector. I'll be honest. Oh, there it is. It disappeared, and that was honestly slightly more enthralling to me than Trevor in this instance. So it is what it is. Nothing more needs to be said about it. I don't really need you to move anymore, I suppose. Where's the blue? There we go. Turn you off for a second, yeah. Close. Alright. I'll see you in 15 minutes once you've gone back again. Everyone hold on to their hats. This thing's about to start flying. I know everyone can't wait to see the conclusion of this here. Any second now. Yay! What a time to be alive. Anyone got any comments about this, or are we good?
Has
Ah,
a
there you go.
remarkable gift for designing these trials. But then, she did have to overcome Elohim, whose very purpose was to design trials.
God, I'm happy the mayor's here. It really just adds like a whole level of joy of all the characters that we get to interact with and talk to, you know? God, that doesn't work. God. I kind of just want you to not be there, little blue platform. Realistically, all you're doing is being in the way in a way that I don't really appreciate. Bounce against it. Do it. Oh, yeah, good. This is exactly what I wanted to see. Can we do this? This is... I just want to have a silly business moment. Just give me my silly business. You know what? It's probably quicker if I just do this. What if I'm in between these things? I forgot if I tried this already. I think I just become a sandwich, right? You know, scientifically speaking. Oh no, it's way worse. Alright, well, that's good. Good to have that figured out. Sorted out. Good stuff. Alright, there you go. Everyone, please move along your business. Good. Yep, a tree. A tree was my downfall. It's gonna be my downfall again. Oh, oh my god. Oh, little blue platform, how I've never despised more things than you in my existence. Jeez. Is there anything we can point this at? It would be kind of neat if we could. Alright, little platform. Assist me. I don't think there's really any place I really want to go. I mean, I could go here. Then I have one of these at least, but... Nothing's really calling to me as much as all the things we've already collected did. It's gonna be a right pain in the butt if we do have to get one more flame in this area, because I genuinely have a strong dislike to this whole place. It's just so much swamp. I can't sort of imagine. Like, I understand that this is very much meant to be sort of a sort of post-apocalyptic scenario that we're in. Very much the extinction, there we go, of like a whole group of creatures, and the whole group of creatures happens to be us, you know. And largely, seemingly due to various climate disasters and whatnot. However, I wouldn't have minded if everything wasn't a swamp. I know these two things sort of counter each other by definition, but my god. I am just simply of the opinion that as something to play through, it becomes uninteresting to me. Where is blue? I am in need of blue. I have red. There is blue. How do I use blue? I pointed at that. Now I have this. There's the exit all the way over there. I need blue. I need red. I need red to be touching this as well. So likely I need red in this thing. Blue doesn't really work for me in any good way, which isn't great. If I do this, what actually? Red does seem to override it a bit, doesn't it? Just a little bit, but that's okay. This isn't ideal, I will say. Maybe I do need blue, actually, because blue's a little bit more tricky to actually get in place. Starting to realize. This needs to be like here, yeah. But then red simultaneously. Although red is already pointing at that from that, so I don't need red as much as I maybe thought I did. Alright, yeah, maybe I need blue. Never mind. Discharge. Blue. And then you point it like these two. Then we make life red. Sort of like this. Then we just move the platform to the other way. Can we even get here? Not easily. But we can move the platform to that side, and that is probably good at some point. I assume that goes to the exit, actually, so that does seem fairly important. I will fully assume that that will do. I guess we're done. I just sort of realized. Yeah. 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 Oh, that's nice, I suppose. We took all the steps.
I'm so glad I'm not in charge of solving these.
Sure why Yakut is so adverse to puzzles, really. I know he's not great at them, but he managed to solve one in the megastructure, which realistically speaking was just a bridge. But it could feasibly be something else. Just checking what my options are. I mean, I know these are just, look, they may seem like solid walls, but at this point, anytime I see anything that sort of has a corner in it, I'm a little bit more tempted to look at it. It just sort of makes it impossible, though. Because I just randomly had the thought that I guess I don't really need a wall to have a barrier. I just need it to be sort of close to another wall. I just sort of need a 90-degree angle, really, and then there's a realistic chance that if you come across something like this, that actually you could just make things go through it. I just haven't really played around with that idea that much. Because obviously it works in stuff like this. Well, not this one in particular, obviously, but it's just a very obvious end of the whole situation that we're reaching with those things, and maybe we need to look at the less obvious ones, even though they are still, effectively speaking, the same thing. Let's go listen to an angry Frenchman before we move on.
The reason I have always admired Alexandra Drennan is that even in death, she fought to see the world as it is, not as she wanted to see it. I say fought because I believe this is not an easy matter. It is a mental and spiritual struggle that we must undertake with great seriousness, even when we are joking. The ancients believed that for most of us, the world is a shadow cast by a flame, dimly seen on the wall of a cave. Our task is not to interpret these shapes, but to free ourselves from the cave itself.
It is easy to speak of one's principles when the world is at peace, and there is no price to pay for thoughts that stray from what is permitted. But when times grow hard, and even ordinary men are filled with mindless anger, when the face of the enemy is suddenly known to every virtuous citizen, and to question the virtuous is to be likened to Ephialtes, when every hoary old superstition suddenly springs back to life as if it had never been defeated, and all the work of the philosophers seems to have been for naught, then one may discover what one truly believes.
Oh, yeah. Anyway. Let's go and solve puzzle number 8. Maybe find a flame. I am concerned about the flame in this place that we haven't found yet, because I don't know what I have and haven't seen yet. So we can jump on top of the walls of this puzzle, so that's good. I haven't quite figured out where the exit is, but I assume it's all the way in that little corner over there, which is a little bit more difficult to reach than... I say that. That's more difficult to reach. Didn't try that hard, did I? I mean, obviously we could get a connector on top of the wall, and that is very much going to make life significantly easier. Come on. Come on. But I wonder if you could reach that. Because this jump calls to me right here, but I think it's just a bit tricky. This seems too far. No, it's not that bad, actually. We can step on these fences. This is solid, which, I mean, I don't know what I expected, I suppose, but it is. Good to verify these things at times. Oh, yeah, you can certainly go around this, but then you reach this part. And now I feel I need a box of some sorts, because this is, well, a nightmare. The exit is over there. I think if I am on this side and I fall down wrong, then that's just very annoying. So, let's make life less annoying. What is this? Teleporter. Huh. Well, that could make life easier. If I had the driller as well. Because then I can take things somewhere else, surely. Oh. Teleporter? Wait. Alright. Let's just real quickly load a checkpoint. Just for fun. And see that. Yep, alright, good. It was just it had a moment that it had to work through, yeah? Sure, why not? So we could open this. That's fun. Ultimately, we probably need the moving platform to step onto the switch. Then we need the driller here. Jeez, this is a lot of things. Where's the moving platform? Wait, where is it? Oh, there it is. I don't know how I missed that, but I did. I'm a little bit of the mind of cheese, but maybe it's too early to do that. Maybe I should at least try to do this normally first, because it actually, the more I look at it, seems less complicated than I thought. But just for fun, let's see if we can move the moving platform to the switch, and then see where we're at that point. I think that's sort of what I'm gonna have to do here. There you go. Because then I can take this. Boop. I don't think I can teleport through glass, I assume? No. But there is a ladder there, I just realized, so... we could just put it here. Is this really the whole thing? Seems like it. Alright, well. I mean, I'll take it, I suppose, if it is the whole thing. It just seems a bit surprising for puzzle number 8, is all. Can I at least be a little silly here at the edge of the wall? Because I can just take the teleporter and teleport to the exit now. And that seems suspiciously easy for what it is. I don't know. I feel like I'm spending more time trying to figure out how to break things and not really succeeding at this point. And the puzzles themselves are either getting easier or I am becoming a super mega genius. So it's unfortunately the likelihood that I am becoming a super mega genius. And that's the world is gonna have to deal with that, and that's gonna be a whole issue on its own. Don't recommend that. I assume this was a fence earlier, because otherwise otherwise this would be a very silly puzzle, surely. Can I... since I was wondering if I could maybe jump the moment I teleport, but it doesn't seem like I can. So that's unfortunate. I think that would have been fun if you could. Also, it would have been fun if this opened, because now I'm just not really that tempted to play around with this stuff. Yeah, that was weirdly easy. Sometimes things fall into place, though. Maybe today is a day of things falling into place. I don't know. Who's to say? Well, we got a golden puzzle over here. We got several triangles lit up. The doors are slowly but surely filling up. Good stuff, good stuff. Need a couple more circles, and before you know, we'll be good to go and do this puzzle right here. That we simply don't have a way of getting into otherwise. Because I don't think I was able to take a box out anywhere. But I don't know how hard I realistically tried. So it's certainly impossible as it stands, but I didn't try the other side of the puzzle. The one with the big cliff next to it. Alright, it's a slippy cliff, it's a slippy cliff. They considered it. There's been thought. There's been a thought. What was that? I think that's no stuff going through it beam, yeah. Slightly going through the wall there. I wonder why they would make it go slightly through the wall. Surely there's no purpose for that. Sometimes you gotta make your own jokes for yourself, and I like them, so that's good. As long as you can make yourself laugh, you know? I mean, that's already like 50% of the way. And if the people like you, they'll just laugh with you even if they didn't hear the joke. So it's a good way to live life. Animals are back. Seen a surprisingly low amount of horse in this place, thinking about it, given that it immediately spawned on the first instance of possibility, so kind of expected more horse. I'm gonna try this again. Get in there. Yeah, there you go. This is good. This is where we want to be. Is this just the one place of the puzzle I could already get to? Because I was kind of hoping I could get specifically to the point where I wasn't. But it does look like this doesn't get me anywhere. Yeah, probably. Oh, I could go. Oh, there you go. Yeah, there you go. We could do the golden puzzle. I mean, I feel like it wouldn't be very difficult from this point. Oh no, I can't just walk in here. So it is technically more no, never mind. But yeah. Well, there's a part of me that the moment I get access to these golden puzzles, I want to see how many of them I can just jump over them and just into the exit. Because I think, I want to say it's most, if not all of them, and I'm sort of surprised that that is the case. There's like a 50% surprisal rate on it. I would, if I had to give it a number, and I don't have to, but I did, then I think 50% seems kind. But certainly a viable number for the situation that we are given. So, let's check this place out a little bit before we go on. It's not too deep. Main reason is I want to find one more flame, and we have searched an amount of the obvious spots. So, let's go search for something a little less obvious, like under the sea. I should get a checkpoint. Actually, I think if I touch this, this will count as a checkpoint. It has, in the past at least, checkpointed in a way, shape, or form, if you could say. So, it's viable for sure. This seems suspiciously close, but I've had that situation pop up a lot where it just sort of seemed like you wouldn't need to make a bridge, but then I reached the water and it's like, oh, actually, you do move very slowly once you are underwater. And I'll be honest, I'm not super excited to try this one more time. But then I'm also not super excited to make yet another bridge, so it's sort of the worst of all worlds once again. It's a tricky situation. Let's go build a bridge. There's so many pieces, but then you have like a start like this, where you have one choice every time, and it's like, ooh, love me some of that. You could argue that if you keep only having one option, maybe don't have this whole bit, and just do the puzzle with 5 instead of whatever number we had. But I'm not game mechanic, so it's simply not up to me in this one, I'm afraid. Yeah, I'm gonna just see if I can cheat. I want to see if it's feasible if I just hit like the edge of it weirdly enough that I just sort of fall off. That was kind of my hope there. Similarly, the take mechanic. How serious is this about me? Because I haven't really... I think it is pretty serious. No matter how much I wiggle. Doesn't look like I can... Ah, well. It is what it is. I've given it an attempt, you know? I'll take that. Is this something? No. This isn't great either. Feasibly, it's either this, which I hate, but it's plausible. God. Do I really need this bridge to connect? Like, can you not just give me a jump button, game? Have you considered the beauty of a jump button placed in a place like this? Do we need this bridge to be there forever? Realistically speaking, I would say no. We don't need this bridge. Alright. So that's been good. So that really just leaves these. Assuming I did it correctly. And I will continue to assume that for possibly the rest of my days. Woohoo! Sorry about that. I was very much more excited than I needed to be. But I'm just so excited about bridges. Once they're there and you can walk over them, it's like, ooh, really, just put a lot of effort in that, and look at the fruits of my labor, you know? It just feels like I really used 100% of my brain to brute force this puzzle. And that's good. Because I didn't even take notes, you know? I didn't have a notebook on me. I just knew that stuff. Through my sheer genius. Oh, yeah. I will say that I was very much hoping that we could explore more of this island, and it looks like it's actively trying to block me off from exploring more of this island. But we'll see. Maybe on the inside there's just a door that goes to the outside. Let's just check it first before I spend 5 minutes trying to jump over a small wall and then realizing, oh, the door was inside of us all along. It would not be the first time. This is a long corridor. I assume that on the way back there will be just enough dialogue to walk through this entire corridor and have no silence in between the walking sequence. And I, for one, am excited to find out if that is true. I hope everyone else is. Because we're gonna find out together. Trying something.
This is the last time we will speak, creature of clay. Together, we have told the stories of ancient gods and heroes. But the golden ages of the past are distant. The gods have retreated to their high places, and there are no heroes amongst men.
What about me?
In days gone by, I was renowned for my riddles. But you, creature of clay, are a riddle without an answer.
I have been called that. But I'm vibing.
Let us hope that it is. Farewell, creature of clay. Remember my stories, and do not let the flame burn you.
Okay. I was wondering what would happen if I tried to break the elevator as you got into that conversation, and yeah, you can just walk around while before the conversation starts, as it turns out.
That is an unsettling amount of energy. I would hate to see what would happen if one of those beams was aimed at something else.
It's not the quantity of dialogue that I was expecting to be honest, but that's okay. It is what it is. I don't think there's any secret doors inside this place to lead to the outside of this island and have my fun little exploration times, unfortunately. Similarly, it doesn't look like there's not much of anything here. Alright, down we go. Whee! Yeah, I was hoping like a whole monologue, like, oh, the Sphinx has disappeared. That's kind of unusual. I thought she would be haunting us for the rest of our existences, us humans and robots alike. What is it like to be a human in these times of robotic woes? Skibbity boop. And instead we just got greeted with the mayor effectively saying the same thing that everyone else has said the first time that we activated the tower. Which, it's a fair enough point, I suppose. It's just that it's been said 100 times by several thousand different people, so it's... I could have gone without hearing it one more time. It's more the point I'm trying to make, I suppose. Oh, God. Right, so... trying to explore the island requires me to also take the elevator down and then doing the whole thing every time, and I kind of hate it, so... probably not going to explore the island too much this day. Unless there's like a hidden door somewhere over here. Which is a shame, because even though there is very likely nothing, again, it just has interesting shapes, doesn't it? Let me just get this out of the way. Everyone enjoy the silence for a second while we go underwater. Yeah, it's just a deep watery abyss down there, isn't it? Seems kind of unfeasible, I would say, to get to this part of the island here. And also, yeah, maybe there's not that much to check as well. But, you know, I just think it would have been nice to be able to see just sort of the outskirts of this tower and whatnot. I know you're not intended to, but I would have appreciated it. Even if it is just a bunch of jank in the end of the day. Actually, I'm curious about something. If I were to photo my way onto this, would it still act as a slope? Nah, hard to differentiate really from the look of things. Am I gonna try one more time? Maybe if I like touch the bridge. Or maybe touch like the other side of the bridge, it'll be like, oh, you've made it to the checkpoint once again. Whee! That is good stuff. Now we'll make this a checkpoint. It's kind of hard to tell when it does. I guess I can just do it now. Just checking. Please just put me on the bridge. Hey, lovely. In that case, I will try just a little harder. With that, I will say, I'm going to try the other side. And if the other side doesn't work, I'm basically out of ideas. But, alright. Promising. But we haven't gone to this part yet. Which was the main problem last time. It's a bit slippy, but not too much. Hey, look at that. Alright, we're going to go for a little walk. I'm fully expecting this to be unintended scenery. Basically, nothing to view all the time, but in the instance that we see literally anything, I'll take that as a victory. Right now, I just want to explore something that isn't the main island. Just sort of look around. Maybe I'll find a love for marshes that I haven't felt before. Likely, though, it is all intended to never be seen. Judging from that random void that we just looked down into. Which would lead to our inevitable demise, for sure. But I'd rather the demise wait for just a little bit longer. The fog intrigues me. I mean, there was another part that said that it was basically overrun with fog, and we'll see if that's going to be the case as well, I suppose. But for now, just gonna enjoy what little this island has to offer, and it is already seemingly running out, so yeah, it is what it is, isn't it? But sometimes you just gotta make the best of things. It is a slope that isn't assigned as slippy, so we can at least walk a little bit further than we may have originally thought. There's a chance that the water isn't real, because it's so far out of the world that it's unlikely that anyone was going to get here anyway, and then occasionally when you reach not real water, it might just be like, you can just walk here. But the likelihood, unfortunately, is that it's just a big tower, isn't it? It's not much else going on here beyond Big Tower. And that's fair enough, I suppose. It's an area that was not meant to be seen, so can't say I'm exactly too surprised about the outcome of our expedition here. But at least I got to see it for myself. And I can have fun with that knowledge, at least. I hope everyone else can too. Anyway, we have circled the tower. We have reached nature once again. We have found this hidden tree, previously unseen by many. Oh god. Ooh, I just got a weird spinning sensation in my video game, and I'm not sure what caused it, but I didn't like it. Yeah, there you go. That's so good. It's so good. So we're basically done here, but I feel like I'm missing a flame, and that worries me. Because I don't have, like, any locations where I'm like, I need to check this again. It scared the hell out of me. Jeez. I was not ready for two horses suddenly being next to me. Because it took a second for my brain to sort of realize what was going on. Oh, that startled me real good. Because yeah, likely it's just like a puzzle somewhere, like near a puzzle. Maybe it's on the edges somewhere, maybe it's in the center somewhere. I haven't really kept track on what we have and haven't seen yet so far. It's sort of hard to hear because everything sounds like fire all the time. Like every now and then I hear a sound that could be arguably described as a small flame. And it's not. It's never a small flame. And I'm not fully opposed to just looking it up in a guide. Because this kind of exploration, with my methods especially, could take, effectively speaking, forever. I get there. I don't think so. I think there's a big gulch. Is that correct use of the word gulch? Possibly. But I think there's a huge gulch in the way here from reaching the foggy bits, unfortunately. Which is a shame, but it'll have to do. Yeah. There's large quantities of wah. Big wah. And there is, of course, like the areas Rogi, near the train tracks, which I know I haven't explored 100%. Because I was chasing a thing, and then I fell through the train tracks as well, so I don't really have high expectations of anything being there. Look. There we go. It's just randomly on an edge. Alright, cool. That'll do. That's 2 flames. I'll take that. We call that a victory in these parts. They do make a very specific kind of sound, so that's at least good. But, we did it. I think that's probably it, honestly, for this world. So with that in mind, let's go back to the train and see what the next destination is before we call it a day. Right over there. Getting pretty close. The music has gotten ambient. And we are ready to leave. With ambient, I mean mostly that the track probably just restarted, but whatever works for you. Yeah, that's the golden puzzle in that direction. Thank you very much. Let me just try. Nah. No, I'm good actually. Next time we will be going to the Anthropic Hills.
The next area you're going to is, honestly, it's better if you see for yourself.
That could mean 2 things. It could mean majestic, beautiful, not a marsh, not a swamp, not a wasteland. Or it could be the biggest wasteland of wastelands. And we'll soon see what we're dealing with. Ooh, it's a cool place. Alright, that'll do. That's pretty good. That's something to look forward to, at least. Yeah, fair enough, you cute. You made a good point. Can't really say you were wrong there. But we're leaving that for next time. So I hope you all enjoyed it. Next time we play, we're gonna see what this island of large statues has to hold, and I hope to see y'all there. Bye-bye.